Hi folks, Electric Jen here. We are at the first of up to 20 charging stops on an 1,800-mile round trip that'll take us through quite a few cities in a week. So I hope you enjoy what footage I'm going to show you. This is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, our very first stop. Hi folks, Electric Jen here. We just completed our Harrisburg to Somerset, Pennsylvania leg. I was the one driving. I did use Autopilot for about half the time and it worked flawlessly. We're in Steelers country in Cranberry, Pennsylvania on a football Sunday, and you know I'm repping my Eagles who just kicked the shit out of the Steelers last week. We are at a six stall charging location in Macedonia, Ohio. There are two other Model S's charging right now, which is the most that we've come across so far in our trip. This location is primarily retail, so it's not the best for early on a Saturday morning, but we were able to walk to the Walgreens. There's a Steak and Shake across the street, so you'll find something that you need at this location. It was my turn to drive. We just made the long trip across I-80 West from Macedonia, Ohio to Maumee, Ohio. We actually rolled in here with about 36 miles onto, on the battery. I don't pay that much attention to it. And we just had a really great lunch at this place behind us called the Steak Escape, which actually gave a 10% discount to Tesla owners. So very good charge stuff so far. We're here in Angola, Indiana, and there's not a whole lot of anything around. We just went from the desolate Angola to the bustling, where was Mishawaka, Indiana. I drove that leg. It was the last leg that I drove for the day, and I'm happy to say that not once did Autopilot nag me to keep my hands on the wheel. I actually used this really cool trick. I kept my hands on the wheel, so that was easy. Also, during that leg, it was the first time that we came across a Tesla on the road. The only other ones we've seen thus far today were at chargers, and actually on that leg we saw not one but two. So that was interesting. But that's it for day 2 of our big travel. Alright, we're on our way out of Chicago now, and we just stopped at the downtown Chicago location on Grand Avenue. They do have 2 superchargers at the service center, so we just wanted a few minutes of juice to mark it off our list. But this is cool. It's kind of in a back alleyway, and there's a whole bunch of Teslas right there. Alright, Highland Park, Illinois. This is a service center. There are only 4 superchargers, and it's actually been hopping. It has not one has been empty. We've only been here maybe 10 minutes, but definitely some quick turnover here. We just crossed over into Wisconsin. We're at the Pleasant Prairie Supercharger. It's located at an outlet mall, but it is Tuesday afternoon, and as you can see, not a one other Tesla charging here. It's mighty windy here in Country Club, Illinois. We're starting our day and just about to cross over 1,000 miles on our journey. So far, the car has performed flawlessly as expected. We're in St. Joseph, Michigan. This has been one of my favorite charge stops so far. It's really, really close to the highway, so we haven't had to go out of our way. There's also a Panera and a couple other Moe's and Five Guys options to eat. And we've only talked to like 4 people in the past 2 seconds, and every one of them has been extraordinarily polite. We are now in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I know I'm biased, but honestly, this car makes road trips such a joy. Our kind of thing that we do is at every charge stop, switch who's driving. Nobody gets overly tired, nobody gets overly bored, and it really is a joy to be in this car. Alright, this is the first time that our Tesla has been into another country. We're in Comer, Ontario in Canada, having just left Detroit, and for this small leg we've enjoyed seeing wind turbines all over. Alright, we are now in Woodstock in Ontario, Canada, after more than 100 miles of the same road, which is kind of a boring leg, and there were a whole lot of scary signs about speeding signs, so that was my turn to drive, and I took it kind of easy, and I'm happy to be out of the car at this point. We're here at the Toronto Service Center and showroom. It's an absolute hopping place. Every stall was taken, so if you need to charge here, be warned. It also took us about an hour to get here from downtown, so again, not the best use of time if you don't need this stop, but it was great to see. It's cold and rainy to start our long trek home. We're in front of the beautiful Casablanca Inn at the Grimsby, Ontario supercharger. We're in Buffalo, New York. This charger is just a little bit out of the way from the main highways we probably would have taken. I think it's about 6 miles or so off. But there is a Barnes & Noble, which is, among my favorite charge stops. And as you can see, there are 2 Model X's charging behind me. It's just them and us. We're at the Syracuse, New York Charger in Liverpool. There's not too much here. We just had a quick lunch at the Taco Bell. It's a little walk down the road. There's a Holiday Inn, but it is a very convenient location right off the highway. Alright, we're in Binghamton, New York. This is the last new charger we're checking off the list. It's very convenient right off, 81 South. Looks like there's a diner, a gas station, and a Sonic like right here in walking distance. And it's charging at a good rate like it has been almost all trip. #21st and final charger, Allentown, Pennsylvania. This is the only one of the trip that we haven't been to before. We just grabbed our dog along the way, and that's it. I've been enjoying sharing our trip with you.